How has TrueFlow technology transformed the reliability and accessibility of lung function testing across healthcare, from small rural clinics to large-scale international research initiatives?
The big new thing we can introduce, or we did introduce with TrueFlow, is that you can now trust the data. Independent of where you collect the data, who collects the data, be it the Mount Everest, or be it a screening vehicle, or be it a lung function lab, you will always get the same precision, the same performance of the device. That may seem like an overkill, however, we want to measure first changes in lung function, which means we need to have a very accurate measurement of early changes. And to achieve this, the TrueFlow technology is perfectly suited. The other aspect is long-term stability. People who use the same device over years, you want to be absolutely certain that the device performs the same way every time. This is important, a very important aspect to achieve what we want to achieve is that every COPD patient is diagnosed based on a spirometry test. Every shortness of breath by a patient is analyzed by a lung function test as well. This is not the case today.
Can you share specific customer stories that illustrate the scalability and impact of NDD's technology?
A first event that comes to my mind is from our early days at NDD. We provided equipment, or our devices were chosen for a large COPD study, the Platino study in Latin America. And they were using it in multi-sites in many countries. And one day we got a call that one device is out of calibration and it cannot be recalibrated, it doesn't work. We were really concerned about this call because our claim is our devices do not require calibration. So we had an engineer fly to Latin America to find out what's going on, and it turned out that the device was perfectly fine. We had a leaking syringes causing these problems. But now imagine if the leaking syringe would have been used to actually calibrate the device. Nobody would have realized that bad data would be collected, and possibly over years bad data would have been collected, and they would have compromised the quality of the study. This is one example where we saw, okay, it really makes a difference. Another example that we have is the development of the DLCO test, the EZ1 Pro, that also offers the measurement of gas exchange, which is a very sensitive early marker of disease. And by making that available to and making it so simple and accurate, it can even be done in primary care offices, but it now meanwhile is also chosen for many of the large studies that require DLCO testing. And we saw in the performance in these studies and analysis of the performance that it's just outstanding. And having such a measurement available in the field for point of care gas exchange measurement is very, very valuable.